The opening ceremony was to protect us on the journey that we have ahead of us, and to know that we're going to be safe on this journey. And yeah.
It's my pleasure to welcome you here today as a Waka Waka Elder. We are the custodians of this land and proud people with a proud history.
This message stick is given to the Quandamooka people of Moreton Bay. Please receive this gift as an important gesture which portrays peace, goodwill, harmony, and a lasting friendship exists forever and into infinity.
Adventuring for 5 days on a canoe and cycling hike is like awesome. Making new friendships with people that you've never met or really known, so it should be a fantastic time.
Or you learn the value of resilience, which I think we're all going to learn quite a lot of on this journey.
Well, it'll definitely be a big achievement for me to have finished it, because it is quite challenging, but it'll be a good experience that I'll be able to reflect on later in life and say I completed it and I finished it.
Tribes from the southern parts of the country use the path of the Brisbane River to travel from the Bunya Mountains for their ceremonies and sports. This pathway was used for thousands of years.
Favourite parts of the trip would probably be the pushback ride. When we get to camp, we'd normally just set up, get some firewood, set our food up, set our tents up, yeah, just get organised. Uncle Ken, he's got a lot of jokes, and the stories that he shared with us were quite enjoyable stories. But then he got serious about talking about the land, and when he welcomed us to his country, you got his respect, but also you got to give respect.
Just enjoy it, look after it, feel it. That's the main thing.
Home sweet home.
That's it. That's it. But see, you got to learn to get that into you.
Not all the time do you talk to Indigenous elders. Great to listen to what they have to say.
No. I see your brother. He said, I don't care. He started. I said, well, you must be on my side.
Red one, there was all sorts of
So thankfully, we were really concerned because we'd never seen a flood of that sort of magnitude before, and devastation of how much vegetation was lost. But thankfully there's enough existing vegetation.
My favourite part would have been when we went to that huge cliff with Mount Gabani. That was amazing.
welcome you all to the start of Bunya to the Bay. Our role is to provide safe, drinkable water for about 3.1 million people living in southeast Queensland every day.
We test for pH, dissolved oxygen, we do temperature and turbidity.
I think they're going to get a lot out of it, as in the appreciation of what the place is all about, what the world's all about. Not just Jindabyne country, but everywhere. These programs like this, gets the kids out the bush where you haven't got TVs, you haven't got this, you haven't got that. And what it does, it gets them to focus on things, you know, so they have a look around at, you know, even just little goannas, little skinks and stuff like that. But it's about caring, you know.
Out of this, I think there's two really big things for me. There's a really deep connection with this land now, just living off it as much as possible, and also just a camaraderie with all the people I've done it with, and we've gotten through this together, and there's been, you know, high moments and low moments, but yeah, it's been a team effort.
They're the only kids in the world that have ever done this. There's a small select of students every 2 years that get selected and nominated to do Bunya to the Bay, and they're an elite group. No one else can say that they've done a journey that expands the entire Brisbane River, but they can. And they build a good relationship with each other.
I really liked it a lot. Like, it was hard work, but I think I really enjoy putting myself to the challenge. I really did enjoy like the rapids and just like working with my friend. I think we worked really well together, and I just enjoyed like going down the rapids, and it was just like kind of fun and exciting, and I didn't really expect that from this. I thought it'd be more like just kind of canoeing on a lake, and I didn't really expect that they would give us so much control and like decision making about how to like go down a rapid and which way to turn and what we need to do, and I feel like that was kind of like special and unique to this trip. Being part of Bunya to the Bay has been really special, especially being the last leg of the journey. We have passed the message stick from Uncle Ken to Uncle Sam.
On behalf of our family, our elders and our senior people, we welcome you. There's only one thing we ask of you, and that is that you respect our country, enjoy your time with us.
I think commitment is something that they came ready to be able to get right into. The challenge of the long days and their commitment to it has left them with a sense of accomplishment and a sense of achievement that's, I hope they never forget.
I think my favourite moment was when we were canoeing and we got enough wind in the right direction that we could sail, and we just moved smoothly along. It was really good.
Aboriginal dance, the fire ceremony, that was really interesting. I quite enjoyed. They introduced us by singing their national anthem.
Bunya to Bay is the holistic learning experience. I mean, we're covering sciences with water quality testing. They're outside doing phys ed type stuff, but also outdoor education. You know, they're cycling, canoeing, hiking. They're managing equipment, they're cooking, they're being immersed in the environment in a way that allows them to get connected with Indigenous culture that you just can't do unless you spend the time.
When I look back and remember Bunya to Bay, it would be because of the great people and the staff, the things that they've done for us so far on this journey. Yeah, probably be the staff.
I've learnt lots, but probably you're always tougher than you expect, and don't doubt yourself. Like, just keep pushing through it. Even though it may be challenging, you'll get there in the end.
At the end of the day, it feels pretty good. Like I've overcome something bigger than I am.
So now we've got 30 river ambassadors. What an experience for these students to actually learn about the environment that we live in.
It gave them a sense of belonging to the Indigenous students, but it also gave an awareness to the non-Indigenous students. I was very honoured to receive this message stick from one of the students, where the stick travelled with the students on the commencement of the journey, and it gave them safe passage as they travelled through each country and met with elders along the way. I think it's not just a learning experience, it's a living experience, a cultural experience and an endurance experience.
Bunya to Bay is for people who are wanting to get away from civilization and challenge themselves where they may have not ever challenged themselves before.